Hello. Hello. How are we all today? We're the Challenger again for this leg of the tour. And I can tell you right now, I've already got the pre-flight done. Everything that was on the outside of the plane is now gone. Downloaded a new skin for it that didn't work, which annoyed me, but oh well. Also, we do have a minor issue in that my Navigraph account is expired. My Navigraph subscription is gone, so we won't have any cool Navigraph stuff today, unfortunately. Hey, Mike. Well, let's get this starting to run. Let's get the batteries on. And the heaters on. Let's get the APU. Whoa, before I do any of that. Let's give us 4 hours of fuel. And now we can run the APU. You see me maybe on a farm. I do generally play Farm Sim, or on Tuesdays to Thursdays. But Monday and Friday, these are my days to play my X-Play. Play the games that I really enjoy. APU bleeds coming on. Let's get the hydraulic pumps set to auto. Let's get the air source set to normal. APU bleeds on. APU gen is on. Let's get the nav lights on. The logo light, why not? Emergency lights can be armed. Strobe light can go beacon. Inspection lights not necessary. You can follow me in FS19. Very nice, Mike. Hope you enjoy this as well. So I do have flight plans at least. So we're going from I don't know which airport code I'll need for Harare. Let's try. Actually, let's just go safe to FVHA. Okay. What about the alternate, which is FV or V? G. Will this be recognized? That is being recognized. Okay. 8th and DMF. I forgot to file a flight plan in here. Where the hell is Fadja's Center? See? I genuinely have no idea where that ATC is. Let's file a flight plan anyway. IFR Challenger 300 true airspeed is going to be about 450 knots. Let's get this so you can see. Our departure airport is FBSK. No, FBSK. Departure time is going to be about 1630 Zulu. Yeah, 1630 Zulu. Cruising altitude will be 32,000 foot. We are going far, and the route is Atmat. Info Papa 305. Up. Next. Info Tango 434. U. 400. destination is FV. Okay. Yep. Estimated time on route is going to be about 2.5 hours. Fuel on board is 4.5 hours. Don't have an alternate. And that is about right, yeah. Flight plan sent. So, let's get this into the flight computer here. Let's inform Papa 305 to AppNext. Uniform Tango 434 to VBU. It's UB400 to Romeo Charlie. Why is this not picking up on YouTube chat actually? Hang on. Reconnect. There we go. Set VNav. Transition altitude is I don't know. Helpful. Hey Glengar. Let's get not that this. And we are in Fox Bravo Sierra Kilo 1021. So say transition is going to be about 6,000 feet. 021. Winds are what? Winds 1705, so I can take off basically anywhere, okay. As our steering needs to come on. We can go straight out of this spot. We'll say transition altitude is going to be about, actually, let's say 7,000 feet. Next, our cruising altitude is 320. And I'll leave transition flight level all the way back as is. No problems being there. I tried my best. That's all I can really do. Let's cancel that. If I had Navigraph, I'd be able to choose like an arrival or departure and stuff. Let's get the gust lock off. Just make sure my controls are free and correct. Yep. And we will get engine 2 started. And 2, oil pressure. And 1's coming up. Oil temp and fuel flow. Let's get the right bleed on. And that's stable enough. Left engine, N2, N1, oil, fuel. There we go, we got ignition. Left bleed on. What's the chosen aircraft for today's flight? Is the Challenger 300 by Dden. Really nice. Really nice plane. Let's get the cross bleed off and just shut off the APU. We don't need that for flight now. Let's get our taxi lights on. And 400 miles away is apparently where FAJA center is, but it's not appearing on my VATSPY map, which is interesting. Like, there is no FAJA center. gonna log off that just because that's really confusing. Well, we'll do full procedure, so let's just get this code on. And I have no idea what shape this airport even is. Let's just hop out of the plane here and zoom out. So we'll go for runway. We got time here because it's on dirt currently. We'll go for runway Windows 170 at 5. That's 26. 17 at 9 is 26. So it doesn't matter what runway we use. We'll use 26. This is a bit of a shorter taxi. There we go. Arm nav and VNav.
Configuration.
Here we go. Hey GD. Things are good. Just finishing pre-flight here, and we'll be in the air in approximately 3 to 5 minutes. Probably actually a small bit less. Yeah, we should have the full overlay up. We do. Good. Taxiing a small bit fast, but who cares? I'm just leaving it roll effectively at the moment. Small bit more throttle there. I am using real world weather, by the way. Which would have been quite hilarious to fly in Europe if we were in Europe this week. Oh, approaching the runway, and then we'll take off, and then we'll attempt to not loop the loop. I can bring up maps. This doesn't require Navigraph, so you can see that we are just beside the runway here on the airport. And the map is disagreeing with the scenery. Yeah, this taxiway goes on a bit more in real life. But we'll make do with the fake taxiway we've got here.
Approaching 2-6. On runway 2-6.
Hey Sylvan. GD, if you're getting into flight sims, get X-Plane. 40% on one, achieved. Stable, let's go. Oh, it's hot. Airspeed 80 knots. V1. Rotate. Buzzer rate. Gear up.
FSC flight not started.
Speed's good enough to remove flaps. And we'll start the turn. How are you doing today, Silva? Let's get the nose down to accelerate a bit more. Beautiful clear weather here over Botswana. We'll go over Botswana. We're over whatever country we're over. As my phone starts going off like a mental thing. There we go. We should be turning out of the turn here in a second. There we go. There's a reason these planes have seatbelt lights. Over 7,000, standard barrel. Let's get the nose trimmed down, because holy crap, this plane just wants to go nose up. Still does. There we go. Let's get the autopilot on. And just give VNav a little poke. Why are you leveling off at 10,000 feet? Oh, because you want to accelerate, okay. You have FSX, you're going to practice with that to make sure it's something you can actually fly, not just crash all the time. The problem with that, GD, is FSX is a really bad flight model. And you'll basically have to, like, if you get X-Plane, you'll basically have to relearn anyway. So there is an argument to just go straight to X-Plane. You've just missed out on the Steam sale, which kind of sucks, but there's an argument to just go straight to X-Plane, because number one, it looks better. Number two, the default flight model is just plain better. Why is... Oh, that's my heading bug. That makes more sense. That aircraft on X-Plane. Well, yeah, P3 is a step up from FSX, but FSX is by far the worst. There we go. What has the ortho done? What is this? I'm guessing it didn't see this as water because it's brown, but then it saw some blue and it was like, this is clearly water. I shall put a lake here. There's a little dirt strip. Hello, little dirt strip. Hello. Woo. You remember the days of FSX? They're not too long ago for me. I used to play FSX a lot. It's only really in the last 6 months or so that I've got into X-Plane at all. Granted, from base of FSX, it was a bit easier to pick up X-Plane, but I had to relearn the entire damn flight model. Like, it's such a difference. Yeah, Julian, like, if you're so up to X-Plane, feel free to hit me up for, like, advice and stuff on how on earth you fly some of the damn things. And I'll send you some really, really, really high quality freeware like Zebo and some stuff that just makes the game look better and run better. Hey, Simulator Gaming. How are you doing today? I felt like being a bit purple today. So let's show our planned route here. So we're going from Gaborone to Harare, and I think it's more or less a straight line. There might be a bit of wibbly wobblies in the middle, but it's more or less a straight line. We are quite elevated here, and then from Harare we're going to Lusaka. So we're going to be staying in the kind of elevated center of Africa here. Wow, Africa's got a lot of mountains. But after Lusaka, I think it's actually quite comically a long flight over to let me verify real quick. After Lusaka, where are we going? Oh no, after Lusaka it's Lilongwe. Then it's Antananarivo. Hey Jack, your internet's how are you watching me then, Mr. Simulator Gaming? How are you watching if your internet is broken? 290 climbing through 3000 or flight level 230. Fantastic. At this point, the landing lights can most definitely come off. Seatbelt signs can come off. Strobe should have been on for a while. Nav logo can change to just nav, and we are good. Let's check the progress page. So I forgot. Yep, I forgot to execute the flight plan. So we're gonna replan in the air here. This might not work. There we go. I'm kind of lucky that I spotted that. Now our progress page should be working. Yeah, there we go. Load. Top of descent is in about 40 minutes. What? Okay. That doesn't sound right at all, but okay. Hey, Davin. Brave enough to do GD, seriously, computer upgrades and working on a computer is just an electronic jigsaw. As long as you keep yourself electronically grounded, and I tend to do that by just keeping hold, literally just having one hand on the case at all times, so there's no difference in electronic potential between me and the entirety of the computer, because, you know, the case is made of metal. If you're holding on to metal, you're at the same electronic potential as the metal. It's a bit of a cop-out, but still. Yeah, you've got nothing to worry about as long as you keep yourself grounded, or at the very least at the same potential electronically as the computer itself. Davin, things are good. How are things with you? I am quite enjoying just chilling out, watching this plane fly around and flying it around myself. I know that I'm on autopilot for the majority of it, but honestly, the two hardest bits are, well, the single hardest bit is landing the damn thing, so I don't feel too bad about the autopilot spam. You're not gonna die. Just like obviously make sure it's not plugged in. But if you keep yourself electronically grounded, you're not actually gonna do much damage, if any. Just make sure you put all the connectors in the right way around. Computer building is nowhere near as difficult as people seem to think. Everybody thinks it's this... If you aren't changing the motherboard? Well, I mean, even changing the motherboard's quite simple. You just unplug everything, unscrew the motherboard, screw the new one in, plug everything back in. I mean, my computer here that I have down by my feet, I built myself. There was nobody else involved in building it. And I've got a 4790K, which granted is old now, but it still works. Liquid cooling. 2070 that's been installed recently. 32 gigs RAM. You know, I put it all together myself. It's not that difficult. It does just boil down to, can you do a jigsaw? If yes, then you can build a PC. I am too, GD. I am too. Seriously, everything in a PC build only fits into one place. And the worst thing you can do while installing the motherboard is somehow manage to install it upside down, which is damn near impossible because the screw holes only line up one way around. It really does hold your hand going through it because everything only works one way. If somebody is as generally incompetent as I am, can build a PC, anybody can. Everything has a place. Yeah, you go into it and you're terrified because, oh my god, what have I got myself into? I want to build a PC. Then you start and you're like, hang on a second. Hang on a second. This is nowhere near as difficult as people had me believe because, you know, you hear of all these people going to PC experts to get their PCs built and you see all these parts and you're like, oh my god, what even is this thing? Then you start building and you're like, oh, that clearly goes in there. When I was building this PC, it was with a 980 and it took me 7 or 8 hours because I was putting things in and then I realized that I'd put them in the wrong order because nothing would fit after that. So I had to start put bits in, took it back out because I had to fit something in that would end up slotting in under it. And it was a pain, but everything fits in one place and all you have to do is figure out the order in which you want to install things. Personally advise motherboard first, then RAM, then processor, heatsink, and then oh yeah, you save hundreds if not thousands by just plunging in and building it yourself. It's so much cheaper. When I built my original PC, it cost me about £1,200. No, I lie. It cost me probably $700-800. And I looked on the Dell website, spec'd out the exact same PC, and I think the Dell version of the exact same PC as my very first PC. It was something like £1,200, 1,300, and I was like, why would I pay that much when I can just buy the parts myself? And I don't have to deal with Dell customer support. And most importantly, I don't end up with a Dell. Then you bring it up to Alien where you add another £100 on top. I mean, GD, if you want to get somebody else to do it this time, fine, but in all seriousness, ask if you can watch, because you will realize very quickly that it is just a jigsaw. Things will only fit in one place. The worst case scenario, under normal circumstances where you've not made a huge screw up, is that the PC won't boot because you forgot to plug something in, or something isn't working because you forgot to plug it in. Like with this PC build, originally the front USB panel wasn't working. So I opened it up one day, I was like, why isn't the front USB panel working? I looked down at where it plugs into the motherboard, and I see this connector just hanging there, right beside the port that it should have been plugged into. And I looked through it and I'm like, oh, that's why it wasn't working. It wasn't working because I was being an idiot. And I forgot to actually, plug the damn thing in. But you have so many people that are like, oh my god, PCs are the most convoluted and complicated things in the world. How could I ever build one myself? Watch somebody build one. Like, there's hundreds of videos online of people building PCs. You can, if the person who's building your PC is nice, they'll let you watch and walk you through what they're doing, so that you can get an understanding of what exactly goes into a PC build. Like, obviously if you bought the parts yourself, you know what the parts are. You just need to know where they go and how they fit together, and you're probably going to know by the time you're buying parts for yourself how they interact with each other. So the only step left to take is learning how to install the damn things. Hey Jay, how you doing today, dude? That's not even, like, it's not even difficult to get your head around PC building once you've seen it in action. The only thing that will forever and a day be terrifying about PC builds is installing the processor. Because that's where it can all go wrong. That's where you can lose a lot of money very quickly. And I guess to a certain extent as well, using modular power supplies, because I accidentally wired one in backwards once and blew up a motherboard, which was terrifying. So I killed the power supply by doing that, and I also killed the motherboard, so I had to buy a new power supply and motherboard as a result of that screw up. I'm doing good, Jay. Just chilling out, watching my plane pilot itself. We are... I'm running up Avitab here, actually. Haha! Avitab, come here. Just to the east of Sarowe, south of Francistown. Looks like just after Francistown we'll be crossing the border into Zimbabwe. What country are we even in? It isn't going to say. How nice of this map. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a quick step AFK. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And I'm back. Hope you didn't miss me too much. But parts, you know where to go, you've watched so many vids. You just can't bring yourself to do it. If you're paying a dude to do it for you, GD, what you could do is ask if... maybe ask if you can put in the parts and they can just guide you. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of you paying them to do it for you, but you know, having a one-time expense to learn this stuff is probably just as important. It's probably just as useful as getting it built for you entirely. Yeah, give a man a fish and he can eat for a day, teach a man to fish and he can eat for the rest of his life kind of thing. That's definitely how I'd look at it. That's what I did first time with my original PC. Is I had a friend walk me through building it, and I have zero regrets for that. By the way, I've just realized that yeah, we're crabbing reasonably hard, I think. Do we have a crosswind? Yes, we... oh, for goodness sake. 69 knots. Good. It's almost dead cross as well. Small bit of tailwind, which is helping at ground speed, but the cross element is killing us. Percent is going to be in about half an hour, actually. Wow. See you, GD. Enjoy your grub food things. Just want to check all this stuff down here real quick. Yeah, I'm happy that's all fine. Mach 0.8. That is a nice speed to be flying at. Most passenger jets, 737 will usually only fly 0.77. 0.77, 0.78. They max out at 0.82. I know the 747 could go like 0.8, which is kind of impressive. I've just realized something. I'm gonna need to see if I can find procedures for Mugabe Airport. Charts, FVHA. Oh, are there PDF charts for this? Oh, that's... I want to show you the most useful chart that I have ever seen. Because this is clearly going to help me in Zimbabwe. Yeah. This is seemingly a chart from Christchurch to, I'm guessing, Williams Field. But that is of absolutely no use to me whatsoever. Ooh, airfield charts for African airports. Yes, I would like charts here. How do get charts? Okay. How do airport charts? AIP. Nuts. It's got one of the highest service ceilings of any commercial jet. Airports. Okay, that's browse by country. That's all American. What a rocket route. Africa. Zimbabwe. Going well so far. And then Harare. And we have no route. We have no charts. Ooh, plates. Hang on. It might be in book. No plates found. There's a meter. Oh, maybe it's because it's been, yeah, maybe it's because the name got changed. I'm fine looking up real life procedures. Plates. The name get changed. No plates found. I wonder, are there actually no... I just realized I'm actually looking up the wrong ICAO code in Google here. We're getting somewhere. Maybe not because Profile Zambia. Ooh, 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 ooh. No, that's... However, I found the Zimbabwe's Civil Aviation Authority. I might be able to get the real world charts here. Airports. Robert Mugabe International. No. Us doing business. Media Center. CSR? What the hell is CSR? Oh, dance? No. AIS? Aerodromes? No. Well, maybe. No. PF Nautical Charts, Chart of Charts, Forever Green. Forever Green Worldwide Corp is annoying me now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Are we in luck? I mean, that's not really of use. Thanks, Guy Victor, I guess. I wonder if that's in Zimbabwe. I'm going to find charts if it kills me. Because usually Vatsim has the SAF or AFR. Resources. Well, the problem is, it's Africa, west of Egypt, Southern Africa, south of Sudan. Okay, SAF. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. No, go back to that. Charts. Okay, so that's... Yeah, we've got nothing. We've got no procedures for this airport whatsoever. Which makes me really quite glad that I'm not on VATSIM. So there is literally no information. What is this plane? This is a Bombardier Challenger 300. It's a small business jet. which I'm classifying as GA only because it's not generally used by airlines. You're joining, I'm not on VATSIM at the moment, dude. I'm not on any network. I've got my VATSIM client open because I don't want the AI to spawn in, but I'm not on any networks at the moment, unfortunately. Mainly because there's an ATC on VATSIM that I didn't understand where the hell they were. I didn't want to do something stupid. This mountainous area looks gorgeous, though. Absolutely gorgeous. We're looking at 18 minutes to top of the descent. At which point I'm basically gonna go direct to the airport. Wrong one. Go, can I not get a meter? This is becoming a cluster. Harare, there we go. 1790 at 4. 11. 1023. Oh, okay. So we got a 10 hectopascal increase in pressure, which is going to be about 1,000 feet. More or less. Gonna be slightly more than 1,000 feet, isn't it? Ah, yeah, it's more like 2.5. Let's get the heading bug moved. That looks about right. So I am very concerned about all of this because I'm going to be flying in visual. Sky Vector, can I at least have... Let's see what information I can get on Sky Vector here. Zero 523 will land to 05. 4.7 kilometer long runway, that's good. Elevation's 5,000 feet. So we will set our transition to, say, 10,000 feet. And we just have very little information. We've got a basic IFR chart, which is of no use to me. I mean, I could throw this into nav 1, but I don't even know if this is going to work. Oh, hell, it does. Oh, okay. I'm not quite sure why the DME is working 200 miles out, but it is. Pounds per hour. 12,000. We've got about 12 hours of fuel in this damn thing. Assuming we continue this fuel burn. And X-Plane reckoned we had 4 hours of fuel. This plane has a much longer range than X-Plane seems to think it does. I am mildly surprised at the fuel burn figures I'm seeing here. Oh wait, that's per engine. You get about 6 hours of fuel. That's still significantly more than what X-Plane said, because when we fused up in Gaborone, it was saying we had 4.5 hours of fuel. So that's probably closer to maybe what, 7-ish hours on a full tank. That'd be enough to go transatlantic easily. We are getting a bit more of a small bit more of a tailwind now, which is nice. I do enjoy just chilling out and leaving the plane on autopilot like I'm doing. Which is a bit of a cop-out for flying the plane, but at the same time it's how I enjoy flying. When is top of descent? 71 miles or 10 minutes. Which means we're flying about 7 nautical miles per minute. That's kind of insane. Man, we are at 32,000 feet, so maybe it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. Not looking forward to trying to land this because I'm gonna have to go full visual because I don't have any charts thanks to my bank account being effectively empty. My own fault. It's my own fault for buying things that I probably didn't need. Probably gonna have the same problem next month. Or for well, I'm gonna have this recurring problem for a little while. Just because I've got a queue of things that I want to buy to improve various things for myself and projects I'm working on and stuff like that. So it's going to be the recurring problem with no Navigraph for a little while. But it should be good. Sorry, Dima, if you've drank all the whiskey. You have actually drank all the whiskey. There's no whiskey left on the plane. We're not picking any up in Harare. We're going to land, replan, and get back up in the air as quickly as we possibly can. And this time I'm actually going to put in the flight plan correctly. Because the next leg is apparently about an hour, although I don't believe it. The next leg is done by commercial. By the way, if we do that, this is an actual problem we're going to face. This might not be even a 2-hour stream. Because I only had these 2 flights planned. And I wasn't anticipating this one being just a little over an hour. I was anticipating this being somewhere closer to 2.5 hours, and the second flight kind of bringing us a bit further on. You know, bringing us closer to the 3-hour mark. Wasn't anticipating this flight just taking like an hour. Hey, CD. I have, well, the upcoming legs. Do you have any relatively short legs upcoming? We're doing this flight right now. I could do that. Yeah. I might have this jump to do. I suppose I could change planes. Huh. That flight would be kind of cool to do in that plane. But it needs some acclimatization time, which I guess I could do. I couldn't do on Saturday, or tomorrow, because I need to get ortho generated tomorrow. Well, I could start ortho gen straight after the stream. Sorry, I'm trying to think of what I want to do for the next leg or two. Next leg, I'm thinking of cracking out the beach barn again, but I have credits on my X-Plane store account. I've just realized that YouTube's disconnected from the damn Restream chat app again, which is lovely. I have credits on my my Restream, or my X-Plane store account, my X-Plane.org store account, and they're conveniently enough to buy the Realism expansion pack for the Baron 58. I have 654 credits, the rep is 650, so I'm thinking of cashing in the credits for the rep, because I do like the Baron. I really like the Baron, and I would love to have the additional realism physics-wise and mechanics-wise that the rep would bring. The only downside of that is it would involve me needing to actually do a proper warm-up and a run-up and stuff like that, which I'm fine with. Is there any downside to cashing in for the rep? I don't think there is. I think I'll do that after the stream, as I'll cash in my org store credits for the rep for the 58. This is my life, as I want these things and I don't know if I can afford them, but I have found enough of my free money from buying so much crap in the past that I have enough credits to buy the one thing that I want. And it's gonna be something for my own personal pleasure as well, because I like flying realistic planes. It's cheaper than buying payware. It being free, it's cheaper than buying something like a payware Baron. I need to reset the altitude, and we'll bring it down to 5,000. Just because I don't. Actually, we'll make it 6. Actually 7. So that'll have us at 4,000 feet. Despite the fact we're a bit early on descent, let's get going down now. So I got some track miles to play with once we get to Harare. This is my best attempt to not crash is to descend early and hope for the best. Don't know if it's gonna work, but it's worth a try. And now my phone's on charge, which is fantastic. Yeah, this is going to be my best attempt at not crashing because I've got a fly visual in Zimbabwe. I got a fly visual into the airport, which means I'll need to find the airport number 1, and then I'll need to figure out which runway is which, number 2. You can get angle. And then I'll need to try and get on profile to land number 3. Getting on profile to land is going to be relatively easy because I can just use the DME at the airport. There's a basis for flying some sort of basic pattern. I can fly a descending pattern, try and get on profile that way, and I've got enough fuel that I can, unlike what happened on Monday, I can waste a bit of time. I don't need to be panicking about running out of fuel and then running out of fuel while taxiing to the parking stand. There we go. I'm presuming this is the turn now towards the airport. Yes, this is the turn towards the airport. We're 100 miles out. And we're noticeably not descending. There we go. No, I want 7,000 feet, please. So now we're actually descending. How's our airspeed looking? Increasing slowly. Let's put out some spoilers. Actually, I am pretty good. We're flying currently to Zimbabwe, and after Zimbabwe we're going to be hitting up Zambia, which is we're out of Botswana for Zimbabwe. It's 1,000 kilometers covered in just over an hour. Wow, okay. I'll mark this to screen as well. So yeah, we're currently inbound to Zimbabwe. We're in Zimbabwe, we're over Zimbabwe, but we're inbound to Harare. So that's pretty much all the distance we have left. The airport is located over here. Can I get it up on the map? Maybe not. This Harare, the airport should be just up to this. I don't know where the airport is. We're not using procedures because my Navigraph subscription ran out, and we'll be flying this by hand once we get down to about 7,000 feet. I'll pull out all the flaps. Or not all the flaps, most of the flaps, just for maximum drag, and then we'll hope for the best after that. What did I say transition was? 10,000? Yeah, we'll go up to 1023 now. So that's our better, it's not our fully true altitude, but it's a better representation of what our true altitude would be. Let's get the heading bug lined up here. And I'm going to want 0.5. which is heading of 052. Oh, hang on a second. Are we headed direct in? Oh, this could be beautiful. It looks like we're actually lined up with the runway this far out. That would be spectacular if true. We're going to need a hell of a lot more air brakes than what we put out. Yeah, it's looking like we're mostly lined up. Like the runway is... Yeah, we're flying heading 056. But the runway is 052, which is that direction. So we are mostly good to just fly straight in effectively. We'll need a small turn to adjust. Well, a couple of small turns to adjust. And we'll be good. That's not as terrible as I I was anticipating him to like do this weird overflying circuit thing with the runway, so I'm kind of glad that that's not going to be the case. Once we get down below 10,000, I'll throw flaps 1 out, and after that I'll hand fly this. So we're at 20,000 now. Let's just start some prep work for landing. That's all good. Nose wrist steering's on. And we are 53 miles out from the airport. So we should start seeing Harare relatively soon. We are still in a quite mountainous region. The entire part of southern Africa is quite mountainous. But I am preparing for AP disconnect and hand flying this down to the ground, which is mildly terrifying. I've just realized I'm going to actually need to engage vertical speed mode. Disengage VNAV, engage vertical speed mode, and just bring us down 2,000 feet a minute, please. You can bring the spoilers back a small bit. Because what I want to do is I want to get down as quickly as possible so that I've got time to line up for the runway and get on profile. We're going to be coming in to... Whoa. Glad I spotted that. Actually, if it goes to 6,000 feet, that'll go to 2,000 above the ground. Yeah. No. It'll be 7,000. It would comically be 2,000 up. So we're going to come in at an altitude of effectively 2,000 feet, but it'll actually be 7,000 because the runway altitude is effectively 5,000. Our landing altitude is 4,901 at the airport, so we're going to call it 5,000 just to round. So we're going to be coming in at effectively 2,000 feet. Which will give me time to line up and figure out profile and all that kind of stuff. Which is why I'm descending so early. Like, we're still 40 miles out. We only have 8,000, 8.3s, 24. Yeah. We're coming down way too fast. Holy cow. Yeah, let's bring the vertical speed back up to 1,500 feet. Let's get a bit more, small bit more throttle in. Just kind of level out the speed. Put in the spoilers. Can we do idle descent at 1,500? can do idle descent with speed hold at 1500 feet per minute. This is me just, for those of you who used to see me play Farm Sim and have a vague idea of what I'm doing, this is me just figuring stuff out on the fly. 40 miles out. Need to drop another 7,000 feet. 21. So you got 20 miles to play with, effectively. That's good, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the best thing in the world, but we might be very low and very slow for a while. Slightly low and slow. I actually need to just want to bring the airspeed here down below 250 knots. So we should start seeing Harare quite soon. It's a reasonably big city. So I'm not going to load. There we go. So level 14 is about all I can handle, apparently. Not too unhappy with what we're doing here. I've just realized, have I done something incredibly stupid? I just want to check something here. Alpha 4 XP tiles. Oh no! Oh crap! I have done exactly what I thought. This is going to involve a few restarts of XP11 because I forgot to install the ortho that I have for the next leg. I have been a genius. I don't know how happy my computer is going to be moving the ortho into the folder while I'm playing XP11 as well. It's claiming about an hour remaining, but it usually is wrong. Watching the stream on your way home from work. Hope you had a good day at work, dude. So as we come down, we're getting a bit more of a tailwind and getting a bit farther away from what the runway heading is going to be. That's... Hello. 20 miles out. Is that by any chance our airport? Why, yes. Yes, it is. I have the field in sight, so let's go. Disconnect the autopilot. My aircraft. Turn the auto damper back on, please.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Substantively, can I fly a Boeing 727? No, I can't because I don't have one. I don't have the 727. The only Boeings I have are the 73 and 747s. 73 I fly occasionally in this, but I try and avoid it as much as I can. Why are you not bleeding, speed plane? Okay. How are we doing with lining up here? I think that should be good. Okay, flaps 2. And we'll pull the gear down. That was the wrong button. That was thrust reverse. There we go. There we go. Throttle back a small bit. Go flaps 3. I find it funny that on the way up I want to be trimming nose down constantly, on the way down I want to be trimming nose up constantly. Right, I think we got the plane configured and stable. So now all I need to do is land. Claiming we're about 3 minutes out, which roughly makes sense for where we are. The poppy lights appear to be on the runway, which is always fun. Refs. Look at the landing refs. Hey, John. How you doing today, dude? Come on. This plane is extremely floaty at the moment. I'm not sure why. Probably because of the nose up I've given it. The nose up trim, at least. And now we're in a good descent. Small bit of frame rate jitteriness going on. Actually, it's getting a bit too much now, but we are on profile mostly. That's all I give a damn about at the moment. And we are quite annoyingly going to have to...
Approaching
I am going to annoyingly have to open and close X-Plane a couple times here. So I'll bring up the BRB screen while I just get the ortho for the next leg installed, because I was an idiot and forgot to install it over the last few days. This has got to be the correct airport because the runway makes sense. This is my entire logic here. The runway makes sense, therefore it's the correct airport.
Minimums.
Continue. Small bit high on profile, but that's fine.
500.
I've still got the spoilers out slightly. There we go.
Deep landing, 3,900 meters remaining.
10.
go. And reversers. 80 knots, manual brakes. Still reversers. And we're good. Yeah, dude stowed away on, I think was it a Kenya Airlines? $8. A Kenya Airlines or Air Kenya flight to the UK, and it fell out of the wheel well. Which, boys and girls, is why we don't stow away on commercial airliners. This airport has no scenery. This is wonderful. Let's get over to the hangars. We'll park up and I'm going to have to reload into the game a couple of times in a second because some idiot forgot to install the ortho that he meant to install. It's generated, it's just not installed. So we're going to waste a good 10 minutes trying to get the damn stuff installed now. Except for one important thing. It's not actually in the folder I need it in yet, and it's claiming it's going to take another half hour to get it in there. Hey, Brendan. So it's just taxi. The taxi park up and shut down. See if I can't have any luck in getting everything somewhat, somehow sorted. I'm doubting it, but I can try. I mean, it's only got 55 gigs of stuff to move yet. Which sounds a lot, but it is a lot. This is crap that I usually do off camera, because it takes an age, and I'm usually smart enough to remember to do the really annoying, boring, tedious stuff off camera. But some idiot forgot to this week. I'm taxiing extremely fast. I'm enjoying, by the way, how the actual airport is visible in the ortho, but not in game because I don't have scenery for the damn airport. So we're just going to be parking up in an apron that I don't, almost definitely doesn't exist. Also, excuse the roller coaster taxiways. X-Plane isn't the best with following terrain contours at times. Let's... Oh! This has thing. Let's park up in front of this dude, who may or may not be a marshaller. He is not. Let's go find a marshaller, because I think this might have autogate. Let's see if I can find a marshaller to begin with. Yeah, let's just park here because it doesn't matter too much. We'll be loading in again. Parking brake on, APU on. APU bleed on. Just wait for the APU to come online fully. You can get the flaps up in the meantime. Put the gust lock back on. That's going to stop me from moving the throttles. APU is now fully online, engines can come off. And it's now claiming 2 hours to get the ortho moved. I'm going to close X-Plane and hope that it takes less than 5 minutes to do all this crap. Because I'm hoping that by... This is maybe a vain hope. I'm hoping that by closing X-Plane, and I'm going to have to force close it. No. I'm hoping that by closing X-Plane it'll somehow make the ortho move faster. Maybe? I live in hope. 23 minutes? I can complete this flight and see what Project Fly thought of it. Landing rate minus 156 at 122 knots. 1.1 G's, that wasn't the greatest landing in the world. Do I want to... Do you know what? Just because I don't want to fly without ortho. I think we'll call... This is going to be an odd one. We'll call it a stream here, I think. And what I'll do for Monday is I'll generate ortho for the next leg. Let's cancel that operation and just check my ortho tiles to make sure none of them actually moved. Yeah, let's end the stream here. And what I'll do is I'll show you what we're going to be doing. The next 2 legs are going to be to Zambia and then Malawi. They're relatively short legs. Like the Malawi leg, this one is the longer of the two. It's only 600 Ks. This one's 400. I can do these 2 in the Beach Baron with the realism pack installed. I can do them back to back fairly easily. Like the last flight we did with the Baron was, I think, this one, which is 687 Ks. Yeah, I think we'll do these 2 legs back to back in the Baron next week, or on Monday. Just because I was an idiot and forgot to install the ortho correctly. So I'm going to end the stream here. It's a bit short for my usual flight sim streams, and I do apologize. I edited the thumbnail and stuff to suit for the VOD if you want to watch this back at any point. But I'm going to call it here, and yeah, we'll do Zambia and Malawi on Monday in the Baron. And I'm going to install the realism, the rep. Tonight I'm going to buy the rep tonight, install it, and tomorrow I'm going to do a couple of flights off camera to bed myself in with it and get used to it and figure out the flight dynamics of it. And they'll be relatively short hops, I'm almost sure. But that is gonna do it for today. Hope you enjoyed. You know, DMF, there won't be any stream tomorrow. Saturday is my day off. I'm taking Saturdays off just to give myself a day where I can take care of admin crap for this channel and my other channel. Just take a day to work on my other channel entirely. Just take a day to chill out and watch movies and chill out and not have to worry about YouTube if I don't want to. So there won't be a stream tomorrow. I'll be back Sunday with Project Hell, which I always look forward to. And we'll do more flights on Monday. So until then, stay safe and goodbye.